The General Assembly has elected John Kittredge as the next state Supreme Court Chief Justice. He is replacing Chief Justice Don Beatty, who's set to retire this summer due to his age.
And once the transition happens, South Carolina will be the only state with an all-white male Supreme Court. News 19's Becky Buds has the details.
The vote was originally scheduled for February 7th, but a bipartisan group of senators vowed to block the process until a reform bill reached the Senate floor.
Congratulations.
The South Carolina legislature electing the next leader of the state's high court. Justice John Kittredge is succeeding outgoing Chief Justice Don Beatty, who's reached the mandatory retiring age. Kittredge has served as a state court judge for 33 years and was elected to the Supreme Court in 2008. Beatty is the High Court's only black justice and the second black justice to ever sit on the Supreme Court.
And he's someone that we can all be proud of and wish him all the best as he moves on. And we are all as equally excited that Chief Justice-elect Kittredge will steer us in the next era of our judicial history.
Kittredge's election comes at a time when the court is under increased scrutiny for being the only state Supreme Court in the nation without a single female justice.
I personally would like to see a court that has the diversity that South Carolina has, that suggests that we resemble South Carolina. Our bench has a long way to go with that representation.
Meanwhile, the Senate is debating a bill that would remove lawyer legislatures from the Judicial Merit Screening Committee and allow more than 3 candidates to be found qualified. Senator Dick Harbootlian is one of the senators who delayed the judicial elections.
The appearance of unfair conduct undermines the credibility of the court system, undermines the credibility of the judiciary. And we ought to be bolstering that, not undermining it. And so this legislation would eliminate many of the things that people have concerns about.
Representative Mike Akowski chairs the JMSC.
There are a number of proposals that are out there, and like any piece of legislation, happy to work through it. I'm fortunate enough to have this seat today. If I don't tomorrow, that's great too, and we'll move on as long as it's what's best for the state of South Carolina.
Harpootlian tells me he's confident the Senate will pass some version of judicial reform next week. Reporting at the State House, Becky Buds, News 19, WLTX.
All remaining vacant state judgeships will be decided on April 17th. Again, they were supposed to be decided on February 7th. Rutherford says the JMSC will start screening candidates to fill Kittredge's vacancy. Now, obviously, that position could go to a female judge or a minority judge. That vacancy will be decided in the spring. And, of course, News 19 will continue to follow this story.
Tonight.